Good evening, and thank you for agreeing to discuss and potentially vote on the school committee request on behalf of the Westerly teachers to, quote, engage an outside independent consultant to conduct an internal audit of the town's management and implementation of the payroll function on behalf of the school department, end quote. At the April 1st Town Council meeting, teachers came to this podium to express their concerns about the many errors that were made beginning with the January 5th pay period. We explained that the errors occurred with our TIA craft retirement accounts, but not just that. Within the next 4 to 5 weeks, there were errors made with health savings accounts not being funded and teachers having their HSA cards declined well into January, meaning they were forced to pay out of pocket. The following week, teachers were noticing that the funds for their 403B accounts were taken out of their paychecks, but not received by the 403B companies, which are different companies, depending on what you put them into. These teachers lost interest for the 2 weeks that the money was somewhere in limbo. You will hear a letter shortly from an employee who still has money that cannot be accounted for. As if that was not enough, teachers began reporting that there was an error of their W-2 forms and they had to redo their taxes. Unfortunately, at the April 1st meeting, the town manager reported to you that TIA was the only error and that there were no human errors in payroll. And most importantly, that all teachers had been, quote, made whole. The teachers came back to this podium to disagree completely with these statements. Thankfully, some members of this council listened to our concerns, acknowledged that the school committee as another governing body made a request to this council that should be discussed and voted upon. Mr. Ayala requested that we share information about specific teachers who still have unresolved issues. WTA created a claim form that was approved by the Westerly Public Schools HR department and the superintendent. It has taken time for teachers to complete these, and some have had meetings with their financial advisors, another added cost. I would like to present over 176 claim forms with specific, accurate, and up-to-date information to prove, sadly, that we have not been made whole to the public record.
Okay, Mr. Solicitor, have you received these?
Done.
Have you received these
I'm
previously?
still speaking.
Have you received those previously?
Stop my time, please.
Yeah. Have you received those previously?
No, the HR department is going to get them with names tomorrow.
Counselor,
They're
please.
absolutely proof. And you're not supposed to be speaking while I am. Respect,
Sure.
please. I know you
Thank
do.
you.
And it's really disappointing for a member of an elected official.
I'll just
to
remind
treat people
everybody
that way.
to if there's any points of orders or questions, please direct them through the chair so that they can be properly entertained. And there'll be a time for council's response during all this. Thank you.
Thank you. The names for these and employee numbers have been redacted to preserve privacy, but I also have the same thing that will be delivered to the HR department, which is where we were told to send them tomorrow. I also shared an example with you last night via email and even attached screenshots of emails where it was clearly stated by the superintendent and the payroll department that human errors were made. Not just one error, at least 4 separate errors in different accounts that the teachers pay into. We are town employees, and we have to be able to trust that our earnings are being handled responsibly. The only way we will gain that trust is to have the town of Westerly undergo an outside independent forensic audit to find out where all of the errors were made, and then use experts to help ensure that this will never happen again. We did our part. We provided the information in the best way we could, and now it is time for this council to do what is right and support this request. Thank you.